invite Mr. Muktesh K. Pardeshi for his remarks on India's engagement with West Asia, civilizational ties to modern-day geopolitics. Muktesh K. Pardeshi has worked as Secretary in the Ministry of External Affairs, New Delhi, since 1st October 2023. In his current role, he also oversees India's relations with the Gulf and West Asia and North Africa region. He has successfully led the operations and organization of India's G20 Presidency Secretariat as Special Secretary since July 2022. Earlier, between July 2019 and July 2022, he has also served as the High Commissioner of India to New Zealand. Sir, may we please request you to limit your remarks from 10 to 12 minutes at max. Thank you.
All distinguished participants, I'm so happy to be participating in this dialogue here in Udaipur. I was here for a G20 meeting which began in December 2022. And as we know, it was G20 which took diplomacy beyond Delhi, and seen in that context, holding of this dialogue in Udaipur is indeed very gratifying. Friends, the story of India's relations with West Asia is as old and layered as the story of human civilization. The close geographic proximity and maritime connectivity between the Arabian Peninsula and the Indian subcontinent have historically fostered significant trade and cultural exchanges over more than 5,000 years. People of Indus Valley civilization enjoyed extensive trade contacts with Mesopotamia, with Aleppo being a trading post for our trade further west. The spice trade route stretched from southern India to the ports of Gaza, passing through Test, Petra and Saudi coastline. Harappan weights and measures were the standards across West Asia. In modern day Bahrain, the place Dilmun, the important trading center connecting Indian ports to Egypt during those days. By the end of the first millennium BC, trade between India and Arabia became the economic backbone of the Arabian Peninsula. Indian currency continued to be a legal tender in several West Asian countries until 1966. Extensive trade relations and flow of goods also ushered in an era of constant flux of ideas, concepts, knowledge, and beliefs. Hindu numerals found their way into West Asia, eventually impacting the entire world, and the influence of Arabic and Persian on the subcontinent's art, architecture, cuisine, and philosophy needs no special mention. Fast forwarding to the modern era, the fall of Ottoman Empire and the beginning of British Mandate post-World War I was a watershed moment in the history of West Asia. Current day's geopolitical issues in the region can be traced back to this era. It also marked a new phase in our relations with the region. The rich legacy of civilizational ties between the two regions spanning ages is both an inspiration and a responsibility. On this front, I would like to share with you the achievements of the current government in fostering stronger partnerships in the region, leveraging the synergies and efficiently navigating the regional geopolitical fault lines. Our relationship with the Gulf, consisting of 6 countries in our maritime neighborhood, constituting the Gulf Cooperation Council, have greatly strengthened over the last decade and are at an unprecedented level. The strong relationship between India and GCC countries can be easily gauged from the regular exchanges of high-level visits, which most recently have included Prime Minister's visit to the UAE and Qatar in February this year, the visit of UAE President in January as chief guest at the vibrant Gujarat Summit, state visit of Sultan of Oman in December 23, and the visit of Crown Prince and Prime Minister of Saudi Arabia in September 2023. As a testament to the closeness of the relationship, Prime Minister has made 13 visits to the Gulf countries during the last 10 years, 7 of which were to the UAE alone. The progress in cooperation has been across all areas, be it trade and investment, defense and security, energy and climate change, food security, health, technology, and culture. The elevation of our bilateral relationship to the level of strategic partnership with UAE, Saudi Arabia, and Oman is testament to our growing ties. This cooperation is also reflected in the multilateral space. Saudi Arabia, the UAE, and Oman also attended the G20 meetings last year, and the last two, the UAE and Oman, being specially invited as guests. Gulf countries are one of the most important trading and investment partners of India today. Our bilateral trade with GCC was close to $184 billion in financial year 2022-23, marking an increase of 20% over the previous year. GCC contributes to the 1/6 of India's total trade, making it our largest regional trading partner. Our trade relations have been expanding with more focus on diversification of the trade basket to include engineering goods, rice, petroleum products, organic and inorganic chemicals, textiles, and so on. Most significantly, the Gulf countries have been indispensable partners in our energy security. 30% of our oil imports and 70% of gas imports are from the GCC countries. Apart from GCC countries, Iraq continues to be one of the largest crude oil exporters. Our energy relationship has also moved from a mere transactional buyer-seller relationship to a more comprehensive partnership involving investment in various assets in the sector, with a focus on renewables and clean energy. India is becoming a favored destination for foreign investors, and investments from Gulf countries have increased significantly in the last few years. Considering our excellent partnership, we are looking forward for more investments in different sectors such as infrastructure, food processing, petrochemicals, defense, and ICT. As you know, people-to-people exchanges have been the foundation of our relationship with the Gulf. Gulf countries are host to about 9 to 10 million strong Indian community. The Indian workforce has distinguished itself for its contribution to the development of the region, and also appreciated for its hard-working, law-abiding, and peaceful nature. Total remittances from GCC countries alone are estimated to be more than $35 billion last year. An important component of people-to-people ties is the annual Hajj pilgrimage to Makkah and Medina in Saudi Arabia. A record number of Indian pilgrims, 175,000, will be proceeding on Hajj this year, and more than 1 million people from India go for Umrah every year. Prime Minister Modi's historical visit to Israel in 2017 was a watershed moment, resulting in enhancing our relationship to strategic level and further broad-basing the partnership into new areas of water, science and technology, and innovation. That visit also signaled the dehyphenation of Israel-Palestine issues, thereby viewing our relationship with Israel and Palestine on their own merit. The visit to Israel was quickly followed by Prime Minister Modi's visit to Palestine, first ever by an Indian Prime Minister in February 2018. The visit was widely seen as an affirmation of India's historical commitment to the two-state solution and India's position as a trusted development partner of Palestine. Our development partnership has amounted to more than $91 million to Palestine. Last year, India and Egypt entered into a strategic partnership, further fortifying the civilizational ties between both countries, which began 5 millennia ago. Our warm ties with Jordan marked by goodwill and mutual respect. An important initiative which brings together India, Israel and UAE along with US is an economic cooperation framework called I2U. I2U is focused on driving tangible economic cooperation between its members across a range of sectors, including food security, water, energy, space, transportation, health, and technology. Another major opportunity for the future relationship with West Asia is in the field of connectivity. On the sidelines of the G20 Leaders Summit, India, EU, France, Germany, Italy, Saudi Arabia, UAE, and US announced an MOU to connect India to Europe via West Asia. This initiative is called IMEC, India, Middle East, Europe Economic Corridor. The IMEC aims for greater economic cooperation between the regions by providing reliable and cost-effective cross-border ship-to-rail transit network to supplement existing maritime routes and also increase trade accessibility and efficiency. That India enjoys today a comfortable and growing relationship with every player in one of the most sensitive and volatile regions in the world, which is otherwise marked by distrust, violence, and multifold rivalries, is both a proof to our prudent foreign policy and alludes to the millennia-old goodwill which has existed between the two regions. As we embark upon a journey to make India a Viksit Bharat by 2047, our diplomacy as a Vishwabandhu is going to be one of the pillars of our rights. And when we look at different regions of the world, the extended neighborhood in West Asia, especially the Gulf region, is going to play a seminal role.